Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Wednesday. Happy Generational Wealth Wednesday. Boy, I hope you guys are excited about being an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. I hope you understand that you're in a position, we're in probably the best position ever in the history of man to create generational wealth. I mean, we are absolutely blessed. We're going to talk philosophy today in the GWW. Generational Wealth Wednesday. We're going to talk philosophy, attitude, and mindset to get us to where we want to go. And I can't think of a better book to share with you. I'm actually going to share two of my favorites in the history of books: The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson and The Subconscious Speaks. That book, let me tell you, is genius in motion. It is absolute genius in motion. I would pronounce their names. I'll pronounce it Erna and Paul. I'll leave the last names too. To leave those out, but those are some good stuff. There are two great books we're going to share. We're going to get into that tonight a little bit. I'm going to share with you guys the crypto that I got into under this idea notion, if you will, of what am I doing? Like, is there something more that I can do with the assets that I hold? Is there better plays? Are there better plays? So, is there a better place? Are there better plays? Right. And so, yeah, I'm going to share that with you guys as well. Share this crypto that I got into a little while back, about 30 days ago, I guess. I'm going to share that with you guys about 30 days. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that for sure. TJ Jackson's in the building. What's going on, bro? Genius in motion. I hadn't heard that in a while. How about that, bro? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you checking in on the Generational Wealth Wednesday night. Yeah, I was supposed to have a call today, but my guy did not get back to me. So we'll have to try to reschedule that for another time, I'm guessing. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the Slight Edge. We're going to get into that book a little bit because mindset is everything. I'm going to share the crypto project that I got into. Taking a bet, I guess, if you will, on a portion of my XRP, very small portion, on another play in the market, right? Just kind of figuring, well, if I had $1,000 and I put it into something else, what would it do 12 to 18 months from now, as opposed to just being in XRP? 12 to 18 months from now, what did it do? What would it do as opposed to being an XRP? And would it do it before the full onslaught and to the full blown bull run? Would it do it before that? Right? Because if it does it before that, then if it 20x, 30x, 40x, God willing, if it does that before the full bull run, that $1,000 is better spent, because if I want, I can buy significantly more XRP if I want to, or I can roll that in, right? Because let's think about $1,000 at 60 cents in 12 or 18 months. Let's say it goes to $1 in 12 months. Let's say it goes to $1 in 12 months. And you could take that same $1,000, pookie, same $1,000, and in 12 months, it 20x. It's the same $1,000. But now it's worth $20,000. I'm sorry, it's the same period of time, 12 months. Is it not? And let's say that $1,000 was 800 XRP. 800 XRP, right? 800 XRP. Get to 1,000. Now I got 20,000. So I could get 20 times more XRP. Right? Or I could have just left that $1,000 worth of XRP and have it go from 60 cents to $1 in 12 months, in 14 months. Because my idea is that my play is that the market is not going to start begin to move. And if you know the market with XRP, it's always a laggard. History has shown that XRP is a laggard. It has its moment, but it lags behind. So I think I can 20 times that amount of XRP, 800 times 20, 800 times 20, and see what I get out of that. That's my point. TJ Jackson says XRP is always the last to go, right? And if these bull runs are the heat, the velocity, is 30 to 120 days, but actually the bull run lasts a pretty long time. It's kind of and then go up and then coming down. It lasts a fairly long time. So if XRP is going to be lagging behind, it's no sense in having that 60 cents just go to $1, or that XRP just go to $1 when I could take a portion of it. Portfolio management, this is something that I learned. I didn't think about it for a long time. It's something that I learned on how you roll your money. You're just rolling your money. Now, this is not something that you do during a bull run. You don't want to be doing it during a bull run. In the heat of a bull run, don't want to try that. I tried that before. In the heat of the bull run, doesn't work out well. But bear market, different story. Different story. TJ Jackson says, I have the same play in motion currently with VRA Veracity. There you go, bro. There you go, right? It's not 100% of my XRP, right? It's a portion of it, right? It's $100 worth. It's $200 worth, $500 worth, $1,000 worth. You see what I'm saying? It's not the whole thing, right? That's my play. Anyway, that's right. It's all XRP is always the last to go. So what do I want to share? I'm going to share this book with you guys first, man. I've been really, really excited about this book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's been an absolute game changer for us for a long, long time in business, in health, especially in health when I was, I want to say I was competing, but I was preparing for a competition. I didn't end up doing it, but that really, really helped me with getting to that gym, putting the 2 hours plus in, and 5 days a week, 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off, for a while, for a minute, right? So this is something that I learned from this book, and it's such a powerful, powerful statement I want to share with you guys. Such a powerful, powerful, powerful statement. It says, successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Not that unsuccessful people can't do it. It's that they're unwilling to do it. It was it hit home with me in a big, big way. In a big, big way. And then I read on in the book, The Slight Edge, and it said, successful people do the little things that seem to make no difference at all in the act of doing them. But they do them over and over and over again until the compound effect kicks in, and they win. Like getting up this morning to get to the gym. When I head out of the gym, okay, cool. Right? Nothing going on there, right? He just went to the gym, he just left it. He goes on to say, successful people do the little things, the insignificant things that seem to mean nothing or seem to be nothing at all in the act of doing them, but they do it over and over and over until the compound effect kicks in. Unsuccessful people say and do, if I don't go to the gym, I'm just kind of looking the same, just kind of feeling the same. And they do that over and over and over again until that compounded effect kicks in of not going to the gym because they believe that it doesn't matter. Right? It's such a massive, powerful statement. Successful people do the little things, the insignificant things that seem to make no difference at all in the act of doing them. Right? That is such a profound statement. Like Miss Crypto C's just left out here to go walk, to go get her 10,000 steps in. Now she worked out. She worked out already. She already worked out. But her thing is that 10,000 steps. Right? It's just, it's so, and the weird part about it is when you're looking at someone, it's like when somebody eats a Big Mac, right? They eat that Big Mac today. You're hanging out with your tuna, your salmon. They ate the Big Mac. When you get done, when they get done, everything looks cool, looks great, right? Right? It looks great. No difference. It's no difference at all. But it's the next day, and it's the next day, and it's the next day. And about 30 days in, you start to see the difference. And it's subtle, it's slight. And you start to see that difference, right? It seems like it's insignificant, right? And the reason why I think unsuccessful people do things like what do I want to say? The Big Mac a day, right? Or the quarter pounder a day, is because that day after they eat it, they don't keel over. It's not over, right? They don't keel over. What would happen if you saw people eating McDonald's, eating Burger King, eating Big Macs, and they would keel over right after? Then it would be something, right? People would change up immediately. But that's the challenge. You don't see it immediately. And that sometimes is the challenge if you don't recognize it, of being successful. You don't see it that day. That activity, that moment that you decided to get to the gym, that moment that you decided to make the phone call that you didn't want to make, that moment you decided to be on a 3-hour training. Miss Crypto C was just in her mastermind. 3 hours. It's once a week. But it's 3 hours, TJ Jackson. And she doesn't miss it. She doesn't miss it because we've read this book, The Slight Edge. It's an amazing concept. I remember when I first came across this book, and he was talking about 10 pages. Just don't read this whole book. Just can you do 10 pages every single day? 10 pages. And I remember this is a while ago. This is when I was a younger dude, but that whole 10 pages thing, right? And it was so odd and weird of me doing that. It was 10 pages a day in 30 minutes a day, listening to Tony Robbins or Les Brown or a favorite podcast. And it was so weird because what he said came true because it was so odd. It's so subtle, and it compounds that I was speaking with, my single days, I was speaking with someone, and she said something about intellectually. Like she made this comment about intellectually, being attractive intellectually. And I remember thinking, like, where did that come from? It's from the conversation of 10 pages a day. It's from the conversations of 30 minutes a day of Les Brown, I was listening to Les Brown a bunch, and I was listening to a couple of pastors as well. So I was listening to good Christian pastors as well. She noticed the change. I didn't really notice it, but it came across in conversation, right? You just become more attractive. And then when you get into business, and when I did get into business, you could tell the difference in conversations, right? There was just a difference in conversation. Today I realized I was working on myself every single day, working on myself, working to get better every single day, right? Reading different books, reading great books, listening to great podcasts, right? And I got better and better and better and better. But when you're doing it, it's like I came up with something. I came up with something for in business when I was sharing with my business with some team members, and I said it was from a martial arts thing, and I put it in kind of in terms of reading and listening and different things like that, and I said that first a book, because the saying in the martial arts is first a kick is just a kick, right? First a punch is just a punch, then a punch becomes more than a punch. And then a punch becomes just another punch, right? You ever remember I remember when I took Little Miss Crypto Siege to martial arts, and she was, this is boring. This is so boring. We're just doing these punches, and they're just, it's just so boring, because she thought she was going to be the next, Catwoman, or something like that, right? Right? This is boring. And I told her, baby girl, look, a punch is just a punch. But if you keep showing up, a punch is going to become more than a punch, right? In martial arts, and especially like Shotokan karate, different things like that, where you wear these gis, and Kung Fu you wear gis as well, but they call it something else, right? When it's a punch that you do, right? There's a punch that you do. And back in the day, when I was a youngster, they used to want you to pop. They knew you were punching right when you could pop the gi. You could pop it with pop, right? That's when a punch becomes more than a punch, right? beginning, you're and you throwing, and the instructor is pulling you because you're off balance, right? All those different kind of things, right? So first a punch is a punch. It's just boring. It's just no fun. I want to do the super duper roundhouse kicks. I want to be Bruce Lee, right? First a punch is just a punch. Then a punch becomes more than a punch. But then because you've thrown so many freaking punches, a punch just becomes what you do. It becomes just another punch. And the same thing goes for books, right? First, a book is just a book. Like, it's like, what? I thought I was done with this. What's up with this book stuff? 10 pages a day. What? First, a book is just a book. Then the book becomes, you ever read a book and you felt like you could die and go to heaven? That the revelations of the world have you just came across the all-knowing, all-being world philosophy that will set you free forever. You ever read a book like that? Right? You're like, oh my God, this is, I can't believe more people aren't talking about this, right? Then, because you've read so many books, the book just becomes just another book. It becomes who you are. 10 pages a day becomes who you are. With Shotokan karate, legendary. What's going on, my friend? And Wing Chun, not Wing Chun. I said Wing Chun. Wushu. It was Wushu, Shaolin, Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Took both of those, man. It's pretty cool. But right? What's going on, Boston Mash? Then a book, because you read so many books, becomes just another book. Like it becomes who you are. It becomes like, yeah, got to get that book this month. Got to get another book this month. Got to get another book next month, right? It becomes who you are. That's really what the slide is, right? It's really what it is. And first, a book is just a book. Then a book becomes more than a book. It becomes like science. Then a book becomes just another book. Right? It's just what you do is who you are. You eat them up. The other great book I wanted to share with you guys on Generational Wealth Wednesday is The Subconscious Speaks. Now, this is by Erna Farrell and Paul C. Farrell. Feels like this is, I don't know what that is. That's that brother and sister, because Erna has a last name after Farrell, but Paul doesn't. So maybe that's brother, sister. The subconscious speaks. Listen, this is, if you want to figure some stuff out, really get how powerful the creator is in creating you, you want to read this book. The Subconscious Speaks. It is one of the best things ever. It's one of the best ever. I mean, I could read it chapters from this book. I mean, this is one. This is one that copy that I could give away. But this one, you could tell it's all marked up, man. Right? It's all highlighted up. I'm telling you, this thing is some great stuff. Let me read a couple of things from here. Contacting the subconscious or subjective mind without loss of conscious identity has long been sought. This is very, very similar. This preface here that I'm reading from you, it's very, very similar to another book that I read, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was a great book. But anyway, the subconscious, prefaced by the subconscious. The mind of man contains within itself limitless possibilities. The conscious mind of man is endowed with an inherent creative faculty. It continually creates things in man's life and experience, whether or not man is aware of the creative process. Whenever a man thinks, that thought has creative power. The subconscious mind is but the instrument of the conscious mind of man. It is the medium. It is the medium by which man may call into existence the things necessary to his material welfare. In the following pages, I have tried to explain in a brief manner the process by which the conscious mind of man governs the life and affairs of mankind. This book is not only that. The mind of God is infinite. Let me share some of my highlighted things with you guys. This invisible essence is sometimes called universal substance. In reality, it is mind expressed in terms of energy. Energy is in everything, and mind is initial energy. This energy is of such a nature that it permits of condensation. And as man calls or makes demands upon the universal mind, he causes energy to assume certain forms. These forms take on the conditions which eventually manifest on earth. Now, let's talk about the mind here. Guys, listen, I cannot recommend these two books enough. Cannot recommend these books enough. Just for life and success in business, if that's something that you're interested in doing. If you're waiting on one moon and you want to establish some thoughts and ideas and habits for how to maintain and keep that wealth, I just can't recommend enough these books to you guys. The Subconscious Speaks. This is a great read. It's so easy to read. You can just read it in one night. It's only 78 pages, right? And then, of course, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. It's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful statement. And if you can get that idea, notion that successful people do the little things, the little insignificant things that seem to make no difference at all in the act of doing them, and they just do them over and over and over and over and over and over again until the compound effect kicks in, and then they win. Really, really, really that simple. Really, really is, for sure. Now, I'm going to share with you guys. I don't think I've shared this on my regular channel throughout the week. 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Nice. Very nice, Legendary. Very nice. Twist and hips give you that nice pop. That's right. Taekwondo, yeah. A lot of people take Taekwondo, bro. Love it. Absolutely. I want to share this project with you guys. I don't think I'll bring it to the community. I'll probably bring it to the community tomorrow. Let me pull it up. I know I put it in the GWW mastermind, 30% in 24 hours. That's not bad. That's not, that's another play. 31%. What the why? That's great. That's great. Let me pull this up. Uh, okay. All right. All right. Let me share. Share. That's fair. Let me share here, fam. Let me share with you guys. Here it is here, 0x leverage. 0x leverage. When you search for it on CoinGecko in the search top right, it's OXL. OXL. 0x leverage. This thing is very, very, very new. Very, very, very new project. If you look down here, let's see. Yeah. October 12th, 2023. So I think it started sometime in September. Yep. Started sometime in September, maybe perhaps late September. It has been doing its thing. The all-time low is 3 zeros and a 5. 30 days. Interesting. It used to have a 1-year thing on here. Why doesn't it have the 1 year? I thought it did, but anyway, 90 days. Okay. Yeah. So I discovered this project about 003 and 0.003. I had to do my homework, had to do my due diligence. Yeah, I had to get on the, had to get on the X, had to check out the link tree, had to read the white paper, and I decided to I saw it go to 1 cent, and I decided to take a play on this when it pulled back to 0.007. Again, for me in the Crypto Seekers home, I like to let the game come to me. So I didn't chase it. Right, just kind of waited, find something comfortable that I felt like, okay, I can get in, and I did the 007 thing, and yeah, it seems like now it's kind of doing that 1 cent to I would say what's probably going to come back down 7, yeah, around this range, that 007 range. And so let me share what it is. It's an interesting thing. It's falling in that group of bots on Telegram with its own concept, and it's leveraged, quote unquote. You can do spot too, but it's leverage and or spot trading in Telegram. So here it is. Here, I shared this in the GWW mastermind about 10 days ago, maybe 12 days ago. 0x leverage risk management. 0x leverage is a groundbreaking all-in-one DeFi trading bot accessible exclusively on Telegram. The bot capabilities are unparalleled in the space, as users will have the power to leverage their buying power and amplify their potential profits like never before. They got a contract on here for the right token, which is interesting. But right now, the only way to participate in testing this out is to get an NFT, and they randomly launch NFTs. I think they do 20. And then that allows you to participate in the beta of this platform. Here's some numbers: sell volume, buy volume, total fees, liquidate. What is that? Liquid volume, total volume right there. Number of holders right now is interesting. It says 2,000. So it's a pool there. So about whether you're in the world of crypto or traditional finance, leverage trading is like having a turbo boost for your trades. It allows you to control a large position than the amount of capital you put in, which can lead to significant gains, but also comes with increased risk. Leverage trading can be a powerful tool for boosting your trading potential, but it's not without risk. It's crucial to approach it with caution, employ proper risk management strategies, et cetera, et cetera. And right now, the idea and concept behind this bot is really doing leverage behind new projects and or meme coins, et cetera, betting 5, 10, $50. And the great thing about the platform is it comes with homework on these projects. So you're not blindly going into things. Obviously, it's all still risky. I think that this is going to catch on and be massive. Personally, they're the bots there on OpenSea. You can get them. I think it's going to be big time massive. I think Telegram is going to be massive. Just for everything, this is very, very in line and similar to Rollbit, Unibot. I don't know if Banana Gun would be kind of the same thing, but these bots on Telegram. And I think this is going to become hugely, I think it's a narrative. I think it's going to become very, very popular. Again, the difference between this and other things as far as leverage trading is I believe you can do regular trading on here as well, like spot trading. Like you don't have to do the leverage trading. Now, I went over to their, for as far as homework is concerned, I went over to their X page, I guess you're calling it now. I went over there. I wanted to see kind of what's the engagement like going on over there? What are they doing? That type of thing. So new here. Look, 5,000 followers. Very, very new. And they hold these weekly spaces, and it looks like they just had one on the 15th of November. Which I thought was interesting. So they do the weekly spaces. I thought that was great. Now they're giving examples of people making these trades, but again, this is beta, and this is you have to buy the NFT. If they were selling them for 0.1 ETH at one time, 0.1, and then you get a chance to do your things. You see here, it says 5x leverage. Initial amount was $9.68. A 5x leverage on Musk. Initial amount was $100. They ended up with 520%, right? Now, are they going to show the losses on here? Of course not. They're just going to share the wins. So take that into consideration. What's going on here? Blackbird. Who is Blackbird? Okay, how to use Deck Screener the right way to find new gems before the herd to make that life-changing 100x. Sharing the secret sauce with you that all other gem hunters and OGs use. If you want to join the club, grab some popcorn, lean back, and have a read. Well, that's good. I'll make sure I share that. So it's another one here as an example of the beta testers doing it. They put $100 and they did 5x on the CHAN token, 240%. Okay. It says here, one of our new users just made a killing on base token using 0x leverage. And user initial was 0.02 ETH. User profit 1.21 ETH. And it shows it here, shows the trades, right? One person went $50 to $1,600. I think that was that right there. I think that might be. That probably was this trade here, probably. Anyway, no, initial amount $49. I don't know, 0.02. I don't know. But anyway, another one here, base 5x. Leverage $50, 3,235% gains. That's 32x. 51x, 5x leverage on base as well. $49, Interesting stuff. Right? Again, you got to get that NFT to participate in the beta of this thing. This is in beta only. All right. 44 minutes and we are minted out. So they did another one on the 12th for these NFT bots. Thanks to everyone who caught this mint. And for anyone wondering how to get your beta access set up, Please use beta to verify and join. Anyway, so there it is there. That's what they do. That bot thing got done, and he says here, how many minutes? 44 minutes they were gone. And I don't know how many they did. And so they got given a lot of examples. Minting is now live on our next 100 beta access NFTs, 301 to 400. 0.1 ETH, already 30 minutes, so you better be quick. So you got to really be up to date on this if you want to get that NFT to do the beta testing for this thing. And I guess, people are buying the NFT for the beta testing because they want to be able to test this thing out and see if they can get some gains, so it's worth the 0.1 ETH. Now, this person here risked $10 and earned $6,400, right? Obviously, on Frobot. Again, one of the things I think that differentiates this platform from others is they do a lot of, I believe they provide you with insight until these different projects. So you can use tools to get better insight. This is just, goodness gracious. 20x. So that was the same one. Yeah. Update. So that's the play that I made. Now, obviously, I didn't buy the NFT. I don't know if I'm going to do I'm not big on notifications. So unless I'm in a spaces and they announce when they're going to do these NFTs during that spaces, that's probably the only way I'm going to be a beta tester, probably. But I think this concept is going to become hugely popular. I don't know the ins and outs of leverage trading. I don't do leverage trading. Legendary says, when is XRP going to do 2,800%? I don't know. Rodwell Nobrega, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Keyless is in the freaking building. Hey, how are you? So my best bet is getting on those Twitter spaces, and that would be the only way that I would consider doing the beta and getting that NFT. Is if I was on the spaces and they announced that they're going to be doing this thing. It's a very random thing when it releases NFTs. And the NFT people are the beta testers. And I'm sure there will be some benefits down the line for people who were beta testers and got these NFTs. But I just, I'm not going to be on this thing every day looking for when they might launch it again. So now the weekly spaces I know are coming, right? So I can get on those. But right. Yeah. Geez, that guy went in for $10 and did 50K. Yeah. That's interesting stuff, right? And so I think there's going to be a group of people who are willing to try this thing out for themselves. I think there's going to be a group of people who that's kind of their thing. It's a little of adrenaline. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be an interesting thing. I think the whole Telegram thing, again, I think it's more in depth than just do a leverage trade. They provide tools for analysis and insights as well. And again, it's beta, right? And so the only way to really participate is especially for US people is just the participation of the token. I would not be surprised if once this thing launched, it won't be available for US people because they're looking out for us. So yeah, so it's a token thing. So I took a play on the token, and I just peeped the history of Rollbit and Unibot and kind of tracked their history. And I took a portion and said, you know what? Let me do this play. In bear markets, there was this, it's those new for me in bear markets, it's the new project that's a new project with a new narrative. Telegram bots is a new narrative. So for me, Rollbit went crazy, Unibot went crazy. It's a new narrative, it's a new project during the bear market. Because of the new narrative and new project during the bear market, it right? People want something to do. People want the thing to get into, right? And those tend to do well. So September, I figured, take a chance on that. So I guess I got in. This is what, the 15th of November? I'm guessing end of October probably leaped in, maybe first day of November, something like that, to check it out. And yeah, 007, and my guess is it's kind of going to hang in that range of 1 cent to 007. I doubt if it goes to 005. It may, if Bitcoin kind of does some stuff, which I am expecting, and I'll get more, kind of that deal. So I essentially wait for pullbacks. If I get 007, 0.007 or 0.008, I take a position. That's kind of my strategy. What's going on, Paul Bogo? Legendary says, I feel like the NFT game is pretty slow right now. Yeah, NFTs are really, really slow, right? So the whole idea behind these NFTs now is does it have some utility? Does it have some utility? Now, what did I just hear that is going to... Steven Narioff is doing an NFT on the ledger for this 3-hour phone call conversation. He's going to do it on Ethereum and do it on the XRPL ledger. It's pretty interesting. So you got to have some utility to your NFTs. But that's kind of, what do you guys think? I think that's going to be, I just think people are going to get drawn to that. Now the project has to do it right. It's got to not fail. It's, they got to do it right. So we'll see. We'll see. So we'll see. Is the phone call free? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. So, Keyless, I do think it is free, the NFT that Steven Narioff is going to put out for that 3-hour call. I think it is. Right. And so that is the deal there. So this opportunity to become a beta tester is interesting, right? So being able to, that's the only way that you can use platform in data, and platform's working, right? So when you're doing that stuff, it's live, so you earn that if you earn it. So in any case, I do have to be careful. Look, this is new. This could be it could be a rug pull. It could be people's genius way of running a scam. Like you never know. So take caution. Take caution. Is NFT bot sold out? Yes, it is. It's sold out in 44 minutes. So yeah, it's sold out. So remember, this, you gotta be careful with this type of deal. 0.1 ETH, I'm not sure how much that is. It's probably $100-something. You gotta be careful with that. You gotta, really, really do your homework. Let me see something here. But I will tell you this is what you're gonna get. There's the Git book right here. Let's go with that. Let me share the Git book with you guys. This will help a little bit. Okay. Here's the overview. Welcome to 0x Leverage ecosystem. The 0x Leverage Telegram offers a multifaceted approach to cryptocurrency trading that caters to both newcomers and seasoned traders. At its core, it functions as a traditional Telegram trading bot complete with low transaction fees, ensuring cost effectiveness for all users. However, the true highlight of the 0x Leverage bot is its one-of-a-kind trading feature. We are proud to introduce the very first Telegram-based leverage trading bot in DeFi. This feature empowers users to amplify their trading potential by leveraging nearly any token, provided there is ample liquidity and a secure trading environment. For risk mitigation, the platform exclusively supports long positions only, no shorting, significantly reducing the potential for malicious trades. Security is paramount, with private keys for auto-generated wallets encrypted to industry standards. Additionally, users have the flexibility to customize their gas and slippage tolerance settings to align with their trading preferences, creating a secure and tailored trading experience. The versatility of the trading bot extends further, enabling users to set stop loss and take profit orders, partial close options, and limit orders, granting precise control over their trades. Users can stay updated with real-time position updates using the track LEV command. Let's see. Let's check out the revenue model. Look what we got going on here. Let's see if they got anything going on here. Revenue keeps the project running, enabling. Okay. Revenue streams, token tax. A portion of the token tax is allocated to generate revenue for the leverage pool. This approach ensures that as the protocol grows, so does the pool's capacity to support trading activities. Lending fees. Lending fees represent an income source generated as users engage in trading. These fees contribute to the financial solvency of the protocol while aligning with user activity. Liquidation events. While a risk management measure also generate revenue, funds recovered from liquidations are added. The leverage pool reinforcing its solvency. NFT sales, the sale of the bots, adds another layer to our revenue strategy. These NFTs not only provide access, but also contribute to the overall financial foundation of the protocol. That's the bots. I mean, that's the NFTs there. They got some best practices. What is a trading bot? Technical overview, trade, logistic liquidations, leverage pool. The heart of our leverage trading ecosystem is the leverage pool, a dedicated treasury that funds the leverage trading activities within our smart contract and bot code base. Diverse funding sources. The leverage pool derives its capital from various sources, ensuring solvency at all times. These sources include token taxes, 90% of NFT sales, lending fees, profitable trade fees, and liquidation fees. Importantly, this funding model ensures that your invested funds are never directly at risk due to the intricacies of our trading logistics. Now, leverage trading is something you got to be massively careful and cautious with leverage trading. If you don't understand it, you know, I get that they got stop losses, and I get that they got these other mechanisms that you can put in there, but you can get wrecked pretty quick. Now you can go 1x, you can go 1.5x, you can go $5. You know, if I would have gotten NFT keyless, I'd be doing $5 at 1.5x that, right? That would be me, right? All right. So be very, very careful, because leverage trading it's very, very, you know, comes with its challenges. That's right. Keyless got it. Keyless, you got it. Yeah, Keyless says, yeah, you're right. These new things they're a gamble. Throw your money, don't expect it back. And if it makes you money, great. If not, move on. Yep. Legendary says, I've lost my ARSA on so many occasions that I have some serious crypto PTSD. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Leverage is very dangerous. That's right, Pobo. It's very, very dangerous. And so, you know, that is the thing for sure. Now, I know a lot of people in crypto, they leverage trade all the time. Very, very, very smart people. They leverage all the time. Millionaires in this space got YouTube channels, multi millionaires, and they leverage trade all the time. You just got to, for me, it's not my thing. I'd be in the 1 to 3x range. I just, for me, that would be it. I just would never do anything more than that. But that's me. I would never do any more than that. Because I just think that I feel like there may or may that's going to require a massive amount of discipline and education. Because you get a win on that. Let's say you get a 5x, 10x leverage win. I do love that you can do $5 and $10. I mean, I love that. You could place a $5, $10 bet. Now, remember, if you do a $5, 5x, it's not $5, it's 25, right? So just remember that. But I do, when you lose, right? If you lose, my understanding is you're paying up $25. That's my understanding. $5 bet and you 5x that means you're on the hook for 25, is my understanding, if you lose. So that's my understanding. So there it is, right? Paul Bogle, straight up gambling, right? So you got exactly. It's very addictive. Exactly. It's very addictive. That's why I'm in the token game, right? So if I can participate, I know it's going to be by way of the token. Chances are, when this thing is out of beta and is live, it's not going to be for you as investors. That's kind of how I see it. I just don't see it being any other way. I really don't. But who knows? But I just don't think it will. But if the token's available, I'll participate in that and see how it goes. But I think it's a new project with a little twist in a new narrative. It has its own lane, if you will. And I think that the token's going to do well. That's just me. It's just that's my bet. It's my bet. I'm taking a bet on that. I'm taking a bet on that, and I'm playing the timing of the market. That's what I'm doing. So I'm thinking $1,000 over the next 12, 16 to 18 months is going to, in this project. Now, who knows? In this project, I believe it's going to 20 to 30x. That's just what I believe. And when it does, I'm going to take that and buy more XRP, because I believe in that 12 to 16 to 18 months, XRP is not going to 20x. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's going to 20x in that period, because it's a lagger, and I don't even think the bull season is going to happen. The bull run is going to happen in that time frame. If you go to CoinGecko Legendary, you type in OXL, all capitals, and then it'll say 0x leverage. Let me share it. Let me go to CoinGecko. That's just my play. It's my bet. It's not financial advice. You know how we do here. I would never begin to tell you guys what to do with your money. Here it is here. 0xL, all capital. And I just, I did my homework on it. Right. So this thing was in September, was as low as zero. All-time low is 3 zeros and a 5. So it's 1,755% if you got in from, I guess, October 12th to 1 cent. So I got in at 0.007 range, somewhere around here. Got in a couple of times at the 0.007 range, and it went up to 1 cent. I waited for a pullback to come back down, 7 got some more. So that's kind of where I am. Obviously, if it goes below that, but 24 hours, it's up 22%. On the 7-day, it's up 27%. On the 14-day, it's up 194%. Now, you can do like my guy does, like when it gets to that 100%, takes the stuff out that he put in, let the rest roll, and moves on. My guy, Danny Lowe, that's what Danny does. So there it is there. Guys, do some homework, do your due diligence. For me, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the pullback. Let's see. It was 1 cent on the 8th of November, 9th of November. It took a while to get back on the penny. So on the 8th, it was 1 cent. On the 10th, it was below 1 cent to 0.008. So I would, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 days before it gets below that 1 cent mark. For me, that 0.008 is good. 0.007 is better. And something happens below that, we'll see. And I liken this to Rollbit. If you look at Rollbit, Telegram bot with its own unique thing. Looking again at the token, I was never on the platform. But the all-time high for that was 26 cents at one time. If you do the 1 year, right, the thing started at 0.001, right? So 0.001 went up to 26 cents. And now Unibot, that's a whole nother animal. So on the year, Rollbit is up 11,844% on the year. I'm talking about 20x. And Rollbit in a year is up 11,844%. Right? Currently trading at, so the all-time low was 0.030 but on the year it's up 11,844%. Obviously, the new people who got on this in day one, they got the 25,000% gain, right? But entry into the market 1 year, 11,844%. Telegram bot in its own lane, doing what it does, right? On Solana, I believe this thing's on Solana and Ethereum. And then there was Unibot. That was, I think, Unibot is the OG. I think Unibot was the first one. Unibot all-time high was $236. All-time low was $246. But I think that was the OG. Only 1 million tokens. 1 million. Only 1 million. Interesting how that's going to play out. 1 million. It's $51 today. It's only 1 million. Circulating supply, max supply, 1 million. Interesting tokenomics there. But there it is there, fam. Legendary, very fresh project still. Yep, very, very new. That's exactly right. And that's kind of the thing. And again, for me, it's portfolio management. Right? Very, very, portfolio. Yeah, only Uniswap. Yep. Only Uniswap. Right. And so that's another thing too. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ask me if I've gotten up in the wee hours of the morning to make a trade. I have. Wee hours of the morning. Right. Right. And yeah, and it's 5%. So, and they're charging 5%. So there's that to take into consideration as well. Kiva says, I'm in projects that barely have any media presence. Some of them will have social media and will rug just as bad. That's right. That's exactly right. I don't trust any of them. I try it if I like it, but I always think they will rug me. Yep. And that's the approach to take, if you can't afford to lose it, right? Because you don't know. So especially when they're always, this idea of decentralization and anonymity. The bad guys, they can hide behind those things. They can hide behind anonymity and these type of things. So just got to be really, really careful. Now, there's the other part, the other end of that is new projects see that some other projects have done well, like Unibot, like Rollbit, and then they come into their space with a new idea, a new concept, right? So it's kind of, you don't know, it's the good with the bad, and you don't know. You don't know. So you got to be really, really careful. Don't hop into it because I hopped into it. I'm telling you, I did some portfolio management. I did the risk versus reward analysis. And that's kind of where I am, because I just personally just don't think that we're going to see the full blown alt season, right? I'm not looking at an alt season until I see Bitcoin dominance at 60% or higher. And until I see net liquidity, seeing the stable coin march, seeing that stable coin enter the marketplace, until I see that, the facts say that there is no bull season, altcoin season without excess net liquidity or net excess liquidity. And we just don't have that right now. So I know it's painful. Everyone wants the bull season to be here today, and everyone wants to think that it's here, but the greatest tracker, in my humble opinion, is the dominance. Check the Bitcoin dominance. When it gets historically 60, 65, 68% is the beginning to look to alt season, because it's just rotation. It's just rotation. It's all it is. The people begin to rotate out of Bitcoin into alt season, until the alts. Yeah, the hype and the media and all of that is because Bitcoin's, but it's that rotation that sparks it. When the just like blockchain backer says, right? Rolled up that Bitcoin, rolled that thing up, rotated into alts. That's what he taught in his course. It's what he taught in his course. So, but when you start listening, you start, adding to blockchain backer, you add Benjamin Cohen, you add Data Dash, right? You add Gareth Soloway, and you get the ideas and the concepts. You make it all make sense to you. You find the things that they're all saying, right? Liquidity, net excess liquidity, dominance. You start paying attention to that. Blockchain backer is always talking about the dominance, right? That's how you know. That's when you know. That's when you know. Now, Data Dash is like, dude, I'm not in. I'm just stacking my dirty, nasty fiat waiting. You know what I mean? So this is an interesting little play. I can't wait to share with you guys how it goes, I can't wait to share with you how it goes. But I do know I'm not going to be reporting anything anytime soon. Like, I'm not going to be reporting anything 90 days from now. I'm planning on a year. I'm prepared for a year. Where's XRP going? Is XRP not going to be around somehow? Is the XRP ledger getting worse? Getting worser, as we like to say? Is it getting worser? It's going to be around, right? My guess is 60 cents to $1. That's my guess. 60 cents to $1.50 a year from now. That's just my guess. That's not 20x. That's not 10x. That's not 15x. I mean, what's 60 cents to $3? Not even all-time high, but let's say they, how they fake us out with these little runs. Let me do this percentage change calculator. Percentage change calculator. And then I'm going to be out. Just my thinking. Maybe my thinking is flawed. Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you think my thinking is flawed. Trust me. I won't run the cancel culture. I won't run the cancel culture if you say my thought is flawed. I'm gonna do 60 cents. Is 60 cents fair? Let's do 65. I won't do 68. I'll do 65 cents to $3. I'm doing $3. That's close to the all-time high. $361%. So it's 3.5x, right? To me, it's just math and risk versus reward. That's all it is. Right? That's to me, that's all it is. In 12 months from now, you ask, you got to ask yourself, perhaps, maybe ask yourself. I'm not telling you to ask yourself, but perhaps maybe. Is XRP going to $3 in 12 months from now? I don't think that it is. And even if it does, that's the game. Right? Because time in the market is better than time in the market. And if you think from the dollar perspective, $100, 12 months from now, just right, $100, 12 months from now in a new project, in a new narrative with its own twist, do you think it's worth the risk? That's the thing. Your $100 could be worth $3.50, $350, $350, or your $100 could be worth $1,000 or $2,000. Really, it's just math. Just math. Uh-oh, what happened to my live stream? What happened to the live stream? Okay, there it is. Let's go here to the chat. All right, guys, look, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been over an hour here. I just wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out on the Generational Wealth Wednesday, man. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, Tether's been printing like crazy, right? So what we need is people taking that dirty, nasty fiat, and coming into the market by way of stable coins, right? And you can track the global liquidity. You can track it. It's trackable. It's there. Legendary said that's funny. Crypto Mike is following Zero OXL. Interesting. He gets into some stuff, doesn't he? Has a very interesting. He gets into some stuff. Really does. He finds them. Paul Bogle, let's hope we get something back in January from Celsius. Let's hope. And Bennett is saying January. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, what kind of Tila says, are you guys keeping equity in Nuco? Yeah, I am. I'm like, I have the equity. I have it. I guess I was kind of forced. I don't know. But I'm gonna let that portion. I have two claims. I have a loan claim and an earn claim. Loan claim, forget about it. It's gonna go into ETH. I'm gonna stake the ETH, right? I'm gonna stake the ETH for 12, 16, 18 months. I'm getting XRP, that's kind of how I see the market. I'll track it, but I believe now look, January is right around the corner. I mean, 2024 is right around the corner. My thing has always been mid to late 2024. I believe that's when we're going to see the Bitcoin dominance at 60% or higher. Mid to late 2024. That's what I believe. That's, yeah. And my play on this came from one of these crypto VC guys named Kyle Chaze. That's where it came from. Because he was an OG, Paul Bogle, he's very, very similar to what's the dude's name? Simon Dixon. if you ever heard Simon Dixon from Bank to the Future talk about all the equity companies he's in, right? Coinbase, Kraken, right? The dude is in every Ripple, right? Right, one of the OG Bitcoiners, right? Ended up getting, all that stuff. The exact same companies Kyle Chase is in, the exact same ones. And guy's got a team now, and research team, and he's a VC now, all this kind of on boards and all this stuff. So I feel like he kind of has that inside thing. That's what it feels like to me. That's my hunch about him. So I kind of went there. Now I discovered him from Altcoin Daily. Altcoin Daily was interviewing him. That's how I discovered it. So in the end, it's just rotation, right? My other guy, Virtual Bacon, who I highly recommend everybody follow. He turned me on. To me, Virtual Bacon and Taiki Maeda, just really, really smart guys. Virtual Bacon became a multimillionaire in the space. And he turned me on to the other play. That play from Solana to Avalanche, right? From Avalanche, that little play there. And he was spot on. He turned the people in the Discord onto that. He had the Solana thing, was obviously in on that. And he rotated the money to Avalanche, the Avalanche ecosystem, right? And so that's what I did, right? I took the Avalanche play. I listened to Simon Dixon's video about the announcement of distribution for Celsius clients. I kind of understand, but I don't at the same time. Yeah, in the end, people are going to begin to get their stuff, hopefully, if everything goes well. Right now, we're still Chapter 11, new code plan, but there is still a chance that it doesn't get the judge bought off on it, agreed to it, but you still got to go through regulators. And so if everybody has to check the box to be okay with, if they don't, then we get this orderly wind down thing, which is no new co, essentially. Essentially, I think that's what it means, no new co. But I'm just waiting for the notice that they begin distribution. That's all I'm waiting on. Chapter 11 is the retail investor's worst nightmare. It is 1,000% made for companies and attorneys and law firms. It is not for the retail investor. It is not for the harmed. It's called Chapter 11 protection. It protects the companies, and the lawyers know the game, and they feast off of it. This was the biggest money grab for Kirkland and Ellis and the other law firm that's involved, probably that I don't know if they ever had, but it was just a big money grab, and we're just the victims of it. All right, family, there it is. Yeah, it's a vulture feast, right, Keenan? So there it is. That's kind of my thoughts. Let me know in the chat what you think about my thoughts on this play. Let me know if you think it's just craziness. Let me know. Trust me, I won't go the cancel culture route. I won't block you. I won't. Anyway, I won't start private stuff that's not really private for censorship resistance purposes. Oh, yeah. Still pending, huh? Yeah, this time of the day, probably you gotta check, make sure you had enough ETH to spend your wrapped ETH. Let's make sure of that. Now, I did everything on Ledger. I did my stuff on Ledger, but be careful. All right, family, there it is. I shared my play with you guys. Glad I could share it with the Generational Wealth Wednesday group. It's been cool. Guys, if you want these insights a little ahead of time, join that mastermind, patreon.com/Gulf Whiskey Mastermind. Appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Gonna go hang out with Miss Crypto Siege now. Yeah, now. All right, guys, listen. I'm going to end this live stream like I do all of my live streams and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Bye.